Okay, a very good evening, everyone. So we are from State of Youth today for you. It's YouTube Live Budget 2022, a youth perspective. Before we enter into what it is, let me introduce you what State of Youth is all about. State of Youth is a for youth by youth organization which aims to empower the youth community by building a non-political, non-religious digital state that transcends borders. State of Youth Namakkal is a local chapter of State of Youth. We follow the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, which we call the SDGs. Uh, and about the event today, Budget 2022. Budget is a document prepared by finance minister presenting the country's anticipated tax revenues like inheritance tax, income tax, corporation tax, import tax, and proposed expenditures like healthcare, education, defense, roads for the upcoming financial year. With no further delay, I would like to welcome our own chapter member, Dhanush Karan, to share his insights on Budget 2022. Welcome, Dhanush Karan.
Hello Manuj, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, so we would request you to introduce yourself and proceed with your insights.
Yes, myself Dhanush Karan, and I am from very own State of Youth. I'm a member there, and I am doing my chartered accountant. See, I have completed my intermediate, and now I am eligible to go to my articles. And shall we enter into our topic?
Yeah, that's really great, Dhanush. With no further delay, let's start the event.
As you said, Manoj, budget is nothing but a big document given by our government, our finance minister, which contains of various expenditures and revenue of the upcoming year. That is what simply a budget means. In our very own terms, in budget is everywhere. Like in our homes, mom and dad used to do budget every month. What is the income? What expense do we have? Everything is budgeted. So we can. What is the use of budget then? It will help us to save money and it is used for future use. So that is our main purpose, one of the main purpose. So this budget was submitted by our very own finance minister, and according to her, this will be her fourth budget. This is their team submitting the fourth budget, and the speech was given in 90 minutes. This budget contains various topics. We are not going to dive deep into it, just we are going to see only the highlights of it. So let me get into it. What are the highlights of the budget is first highlight will be urban planning. Urban planning committee will be created in the upcoming year for better urban infrastructure. So like India is a very good country. In 2047, it will be an independent country over 100 years. So our government is aiming for a better and better infrastructure day by day. So this is the main purpose of this budget planning. So then will be a major one, and the world is into it. That is none other than the cryptocurrency. So in our country, we are very soon going to legalize the crypto system, and we are going to have a tax rate of 30% on it. And there will be like no carry forward of losses, and nothing will be allowed. So it will be created, and it will be very soon legalized, and we will very soon going to have a very own cryptocurrency coin in the upcoming year. So it will be one of our major budget revenue and like a major amendment in our country. Okay, then there will be a like expansion of roadways, multimodal connectivity through roadways, which will be around 25,000 kilometers, which will also include 2,000 kilometers of railways will also be laid in upcoming year. Like 100 cargo terminals like that will be it will be upgraded very soon, so that we will have better transport ways and a very like time saving transport ways in mode of roadway. Then we will be going to see like next will be electric vehicle, which is one of the most interesting topics as you come across, and very debatable one too. Like it is good or bad, it is better or not. Like there is a many debates going on. We are not going to going dive into it. Just we are going to see what it has connection with the budget 2022. So in budget 2022, they have said that they will be creating many battery stations which we could charge, and very importantly, it will be battery swapping stations, which is that like in our petrol and diesel cars, we will be having like a time to fill our tank like more or less 1 or 2 minutes. If we are in a queue, then maximum at a 5 minute. But for charging a EV, it will take like around 40 minutes according to what capacity of a battery it is. So what is this battery swapping technology is that a battery swapping station will be accommodated in very like large number of places in India. So if we want to go more importantly in a place, we no need to wait for 40 minutes or 1 hour to get our car charged. Instead, we can give our battery to them and get a fully charged battery for us. We can swap it. That is like battery swapping. So we will swap our batteries with fully charged batteries. So we need not to wait for like more than a 5 minutes. Same with it will be like a diesel or petrol vehicle. So if it comes into like we will be gaining and saving more time in charging EVs, and it will be a better way also. Like next we will be going into farming section. As of India is a India's biggest backbone, as we say, is it's farming. So as we say, but many countries in world are growing in farming. They are adapting technologies. But as we say, we are like not to say us down, but we follow our traditionals, very own and old traditions, which is not very bad. But in some ways, the time is more taken more. So what to do? We will like government has introduced drone schemes in farming. Like drone schemes will be introduced for better farming activities. That is for modernization of Indian farming, and will be like it will be the idea will be given for agri university syllabus also. They will be studying about it. So the future like future generations will come to know about drones in farming, and they can use at the very starting and early stages like for drones. So this will be our one of like main and big update in this budget, so that like farming will get more modernized, and we will be getting like good income on farming, and subsidiously a little bit of farming problems may come down too. So it will be a very good one. More interesting one next point will be the 5G auction, where many youths in our country are very interested, uh, where 4G is going very at a good speed, and many of youths are use it, and we are getting like very used to it. We are not going back to again 3G or 2G. So when we are going to update to a 5G, it will be even more better and faster. So like in like many of the youths in the nations are very interested in this particular section, because internet speed they use like for downloading a movie or a very important meeting, or some kind of a work related or kind of a stress relief related, everything will be updated, and it will be a very good one. So the 5G auction will be conducted in India in the upcoming financial year 22 and 2022 and 2023. So in this year, we will be expecting a 5G auction to be completed, and starting of a process of a 5G auction, like sorry, 5G networks process will be started. Then very important and long days or long years as spoken topic was merging of rivers in India. So this time the government has come up with a plan of merging many rivers in India, in South India as well as in North India. Especially in South India, the rivers, namely like Krishna, Pennar, and Kaveri, they will be like merging for better water resources to every nook and corner of our state. And in North India, namely like we will be combining like there are speaks going on about combining the Tapi River, Par, and Narmada River too. So in Narmada, like these are the big rivers in India. South India, the most biggest rivers are these three, and North India that are these three. So if it is combined, many and many nook and corners where small villages where many people do reside, where they suffer a very less, like they do not even get water for drinking even. Uh, for bathing or for other uses, that will be secondary. For even drinking, they won't be getting clean and purified water. So if this is getting into a successful way, they will get a better future, and they will go into a better looking and way. So even if this is done in a successful way, farmers will get like what get many benefits in very good ways. the farming will be improved, and we will get we won't be dependent on many other countries or nations for our own spices or foods, anything. So is this if this is a very successful, every youths or senior citizens or everyone will be very much happy. Like it, I think this speak was this about the talk about merging of rivers is going from my grandfather's time, maybe. Not sure, not so sure about it. It is like, so if it gets successful, no, many youths of the nation also will be succeeded. There will be no what to say, a very good friendly manner will be developed between states, no issues. Then this will be next will be 400 Vande Bharat trains will be launched this year. These trains, Vande Bharat trains, actually many of us or maybe can come across or not. This is a train specifically designed to go at a speed of 200 kilometers per hour, which will be at a very high speed. But what is the defect in it is our tracks, our railway tracks are not designed accordingly. I think our railway tracks may get a high speed only accustomed to 120 kilometers per hour or 130 kilometers per hour. I think so. Not sure. Not so sure about it. Only that much speed the our railway tracks can handle. But basically, these trains are very, very, very fast in kind of nature, so they can travel up to 200 kilometers per hour. And in this year, they are planning to give 400 trains, Vande Bharat trains, new trains in India. So then, one major next will be e-passport. E-passport doesn't mean online passport. E-passport does mean only inserting a chip in our passport. We came across inserting chips in various our government IDs, what a driving license, RCs. Many of that will be our chips, and even our ATM cards too. What are these use of the chips? The chips will mainly reduce frauds and forgeries, scams of passport, duplicate passports, traveling with duplicate passports. Everything will be majorly reduced. Cause if this with this chip, we can check anywhere what is the history of your travel, from past to present or future bookings. Anything can be checked, so there will be very, very minimal amount of frauds and forgeries. In nowadays, in our passport, very own passport, there's no chips. Like they what many problems come across is was without my own even recognition, my passport is being used and got forged or used in an improper way. Like that, my name will be there, but not my picture, not my photo. Now someone else photo will be swapped or something else. When this chip comes into our way, this will be very drastically reduced. Where you have a chip in a passport, even if you swap your photos, you'll get caught, because the chip have your original photos and your original IDs too. So you'll get caught in that process. So the scam of traveling to cities or a world many centers, it will come down uh, in a good way, so that or what to say, government will have a less tension on some of the major scams or forgeries happening. So this will be a better way to prevent. So next will be, uh, many people may not come across this, a tax change in our time is in this budget, a major tax will be, no tax slabs have been changed. The same tax slabs for individuals will be used for the in the upcoming year also. But there's a slight change in only one thing, that is corporate surcharge will be reduced from 12% to 7%. Surcharge is nothing, to be simpler in terms, surcharge is tax on tax, where our income or income of a particular company goes beyond a limit, tax on tax will be imposed. For example, if we have to pay government so and so crore tax, and our income is more than, right, for example, if our income is more than 5 crores, maybe our tax something maybe around 50 lakhs. When tax itself crosses 50 lakhs or 1 crore, tax on tax will be imposed. Nothing other than the name is just surcharge. This will be called as surcharge. So the surcharge for corporates have been reduced from 12% to 7%, which maybe many corporates happy about, and their production will be improving, and we can see a good corporate start in our nation. And this is one of a major good for a corporate in our country. And very importantly, we should not forget about defense people in our country who stand in borders for us, for our better living. They do sacrifice a lot. They leave their families, leave their children, be alone, staying at borders, awake day and night, guarding ourselves and our nation. So in every budget and in every nation there will be a main and important budget called budget allocated for defense in defense sector. As of our country is to the same. Our country has been allocated this time like a um, defense budget in about excuse me. Okay, sorry for the interruption. This time defense budget has been allocated like 5.25 lakh crores for our defense sector. In army, it is to be implemented like 32,015 crores, 32,015 crores, and navy it will be 47,000 crores, and air force it will be 55,586 crores. It will be allocated, and it will be like there will be also border budget. Apart from these three, there will be we are having a border security force, which is popularly called as BSF. So for them, the importance it is increased by 40%, as we came across many things past here. So government is increasing their budgets and being ready, so they could tackle any kind of situation and do good for our peoples, and who serve our nation for a very long time indeed. Importance to border has increased by 40%, 3,500 crores has been allocated to the borders. So this will be about our budget session, uh, and there are few more points which I would like to discuss. Uh, like uh, I have mentioned about urban planning. So a new gift city is going to come in our country. Gift city, it will be for use of World Trade Center. It will be for a World Trade Center. It will be for many trades and communication in worlds. So it will be a very good one. So, yes, Manoj.
Yes, Dhanush, Karan. So actually, you were saying this word gift city twice or thrice in this meeting, and I did not really know what it really means. So if you could
Yeah,
explain the
yeah.
same to audience as well, it would be very good, very better for everyone.
Yes, it will be not a problem. Gift country is nothing but a place in a state where Gujarat International Finance Tech City. It is gift, GIFT. None other than Gujarat International Finance Tech City. It is an under construction central building and business center at Gujarat Gandhinagar. It is India's first operational greenfield smart city and international finance services center, and which the government of Gujarat promoted as a greenfield project. The city is located on the banks of um, Sabarmati River, around I think, if I'm not wrong, then it will be like around 20, 12 kilometers. And it is near from Sardar Vallabhai Patel Airport, around 7 kilometers. So it is an under construction project, and if it comes into action, it will be a very good turning point on our country's GDP growth and everything else. So nothing much. This is about a short view of our budgets 2022, and there are many price inflations and deflations in codings. We are not going to dive deep into much, which is more of technical one. Just in this session, I came to just give a thoughts to what is budget in a common people understanding way. That's it.
Yeah, very well said, Dhanush. Actually, your insights were really interesting, right from merging of rivers to the train speed and the e-passport thing. If I'm not wrong, what you're talking about e-passport is the RFID tags and the readers and everything. Because there are few countries in this in our world who are using this RFID tags. They use implanted RFID tags, which you could implant inside your body. You can implant the chip yourself inside your body, and the government could actually uh, this track this forgery and frauds. Uh, and it's very happy to know that India is stepping forward and entering into all those technologies. That was really interesting, Dhanush. Thanks a lot for sharing your insights. So there's this one question about surcharge, which you said, the corporate
Yes,
tax, if I'm not wrong. So it's the tax on tax, and you said it has dropped down from 12% to 7%. Am I right?
yes,
So
yes.
like I could understand it could indirectly benefit citizens, but we would like to listen from you also. How is it going to benefit citizens? In what way it could benefit citizens?
Mainly it will be a tax savings for corporates in a better way to say if we save on something we will spend on something. If companies are huge and companies are there in India which will be paying close and close of tax to our government. If a tax is reduced in this way, that tax may be used in a more efficient way for production of like their very own products, or in a very good way like incentive to their own very own employees, and to free education to their children, and in many more ways are like sites, and in many ways it could be used in a good way. So it will be like indirectly, mostly it will be supporting our citizens, very own citizens, and it will be very helpful for us too.
Yeah, okay, very well said. So I have one more question about this capital goods import and export taxes. So if you see, the capital goods has got import taxes, and the custom duty which it has got is high, while when
Yeah.
you import the raw materials, the tax is less. It's very low. So we just want to
Yes.
understand why is
Yes,
there this
Manoj.
difference.
Manoj, thanks for remembering me. I have missed out that point on. In the upcoming year, the tax on capital goods, that is a finished product, will be charged high, and the tax on raw materials for building a capital goods or a domestic production raw materials will be charged at a lesser rate. Basically, custom duties, right? It will be charged less for raw materials and a charge high for a finished product. This is none other than it is to encourage our very own production, like to use our very own country's products made in India, most famously saying. So to use our very own products is it is to be using our very own assets, so the prices will be coming down. So government discourages of importing finished products from other nations. So we will be paying high and high, so that indirectly our rupee, like our country's what to say, value of our money will get reduced in international way, so that it is a good way to import raw materials which is much lesser than costs what it's cost to capital goods. So by
Hmm.
importing raw materials we can build our very own capital goods. Capital goods are none other than goods which are used in production, like we are using a particular good to produce some other good. It is what a capital good means. So if we build our own capital goods, the expenditure will get very it will get reduced very to a good position, so that we can have more and more savings. So it will be a very good benefiting one on our nation's spending, and it will be impacting our country's GDP growth in a positive manner. So
Okay.
this budget has planned separately according to that, to boost only products to be used by our citizens, or at least to produce products in India, so that we will be reducing taxes or customs duties, to be precise, on raw materials, and increasing custom duties on finished goods.
Finished goods. Okay. All right. That's very kind of you to answer my question. Thanks a lot for your insights, Dhanush, Karan. So, audience, for the ones who are watching, we at State of Youth tried our best to like make youth understand what this budget 2022 is. What we did today is completely a youth perspective. We could be wrong in a way, we could not be wrong in a way, like we can be correct in all other ways. We still don't know how we are correct or wrong. But this is completely a youth perspective. And thanks a lot for joining us. Have a great evening.
Have a great day, Manoj. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you, Dhanush.
Thank you.